Hello again and welcome to a new video. Today we're looking at this end of October 2023 Toyota Hilux double cab. This is the 2.8 D4-D diesel engine, manual, Invincible X, finished in Glacier White, which is a solid white. Now the vehicle has only covered 1,247 thereabouts, or 73 I think it is, 1,273 miles. So hardly any mileage at all on this vehicle. It is like new. As always, the whole vehicle has still been machine polished. In fact, the reason why we machine polished it was it still had the film on the paintwork from where it was brand new, which had just like some of the dirt had stuck to it. So it's all been machine polished and cleaned off properly. I don't think they did a very good job at the Toyota dealership, so it's now been done properly by us. Now, additionally, we fitted on the front the bonnet guard. We've also fitted some wind deflectors. You can see that this vehicle is fitted with the chrome side steps on the side there. But we'll start off at the front. Now, on these Invincible X's, we've got, this year, you get 360 cameras. One of the cameras is at the front, so you get a front view as well. So just under the Toyota radar there. So that Toyota badge doubles up as a radar, and underneath it you can see the camera. We've also got parking sensors. There's only two. There's one on this corner, just down here, and one on the other corner. We've got fog lights there, LED. Very bright LED lights on the headlamps as well. Now it is absolutely immaculate. Now if you wanted to tie everything together, we could get, you could have fitted, and we could supply it for you, a chrome spoiler bar at the front. So instead of in the black like that, we could match it with the bars on the side and do it in chrome. So you can always ask that option when you call. Just want to show you on this side, and then if we come down really low, there are no ding dents on the vehicle. The wheels are immaculate. The tyres have still got the colour in between the tread from when they were brand new. See just how nice that is. There's no scratches on any of the trims whatsoever. There's no chips. If we come up onto the bonnet, just move around slowly. There's no scratches. There's no chips. There's nothing on the windscreen at all. Oh, it's also got fitted a neck space dash cam, which might have been an option from Toyota that the gentleman had fitted. And those wind deflectors, nice and sleek. They don't stick out. Look how sleek they are and how they fit nicely in the center. And then you've got keyless entry. You can press to lock the vehicle, press to unlock the vehicle. Let's just come out and show you a side view. So the idea of the video is to show you the condition of the vehicle, and if there was anything like a scratch or a chip, we'd point it out. So if I haven't pointed anything out, it's because there's nothing there. The other thing I'd like to mention is the video is in 4K. So if you go to the bottom, you might not be aware, but on YouTube, if you go to the bottom of the screen, there's a cog. Click on it, and you can change the quality of the video that you're watching. And I think the highest quality is up at the top, and it's like 2,000 something for 4K times something. So if you switch it on to the highest setting, you'll see this really clearly, this video. And it's worth just pausing it and letting it buff for 30 seconds or more so it plays nicely. It's also in 60 frames per minute. Now the other thing I've just realised we fitted, we did this about an hour ago, we fitted these headlight guards, which I think really tie the grills at the front and bring it around to the side to match with the other trims. Now, we've put these on really well. So what we did, we've alcohol wiped the headlight. We then heat the headlight up gently with a heat gun. We peel off the sticking 3M tape around here. We then heat those up and we line it up, push it on, and it goes off really well. And it's all lined up nicely. Now on the back, we've got the same. So if I show you behind me, this Hilux, which we've got a video next, that's how the lights look at the back. And that's how the lights are at the front. So once you've seen that, and then you see this one, it's a lot more protected with these covers on. Just come round to the rear. Sorry about flicking from one direction to the other. And that all ties up really nicely at the back. We've got 13-pin Toyota TOWBAR at the back as well. And this is a Toyota, is it Truckman roller shutter and bar. Now the bars alone are like £600. And then you've got the roller shutters that are about sort of £1,200–1,300 plus the VAT. So really nice option to have on there. And there's no scratches, it's like new. Show you all the way along the back. And all of the black trim down here, all in really nice condition. No dents on the bar. They're really nice, big, meaty tubes on these as well. All of the side step and everything. And then if we pull the tailgate, this has got the Toyota lift and damper kit. So you can just drop the tailgate. And this side is the damper. And you also have these wires that slot into here. So that side's the damper. You'll notice, if I get this bit of focus, that the one on this side is fatter. So this is like a sprung one. So when we go to lift the tailgate, it takes a lot of the weight off the tailgate. So that's what this one does on this side. Now Dan's going to come over just to open the back, so it's a bit hard for me to do. So just push that forward. Now you can tighten up the spring mechanism so that when you push that forward, I think Dan was being quite careful there. He didn't want to make too much noise. But down the side here, there is a little, see that little knob in black on the right there of the cassette? Just, where is it? There. When you twist that, that tightens up the spring mechanism so that it'll pull the roller shutter back into the cassette a lot quicker. You don't want it too tight because it just goes slamming in. But all of the bed, I mean, like I say, it's like new. There's no scratches anywhere. It's absolutely immaculate. It's like brand new. It's not been used in there at all. So I'll let Dan close that up while we just walk round and have a look at this side of the vehicle. Zoom out. Thanks, Dan. And that's the vehicle from this side. And if there's any other accessories that you are thinking of getting, then please let us know and we'll see if we can help you out with those. As I say, all these wheels are immaculate. I know I haven't shown you the ones on the other side, but there's nothing wrong with them. The tyres are like new. They've done like 1,100 or 1,273 miles. So let's just come back out, give you one more view from here. Move around. Now let's take a look. I'll tell you what, let's do under the engine bay. I'll just come round. Sorry, changed my mind at the last minute then. So it's the lever on the inside here. This one does the petrol. Thanks then. Now there is one very clean engine bay. Probably cleaner than when it came off the forecourt or came out of the Toyota garage. All lovely and clean under there, as I say. Put that down. And then show you back here, and then up underneath. All lovely and clean under there as well. In fact, Dan's going to close that down for me because it's quite a heavy bonnet, to be honest with you. So we'll take a look inside. Okay, so the door card on, thank you Dan, on the passenger front. No damage, no scratches, nothing down there. Really clean all the way down there. The seal, quite often the little bit of rubber that runs around these is hanging off. But these are immaculate, brand new, not even scratched on them. We've got a set of mats. We've got the cup holder, both sides, one this side, one the other side. And on the manual, you get one here opposed to two at the front on the auto. And while we're looking at the leather seats, with this manual gearbox, you have a button down, well, just down here at fact, IMT, just see it in the screen there. Basically what that does is it matches the revs for when you change gears. So when you go down through the gears, it brings the revs up as you go down on the clutch. And it makes for a really nice smooth gear change. So everything's been, especially if you're towing as well. So really nice and clean in here. No scratches on the screen. Everything's immaculate. Like I say, it's like brand new. It pretty much is, isn't it? Was it 7, 8, 9 months, but no mileage been done on the vehicle. Rear door card. Again, the seal at the bottom, no marks. All of the seats are immaculate. We've got Isofix, we've got the little loops here, and there's an anchor point behind here to hook the child seats. We've got some hooks up here for coats, etc. And we've also got, on these later ones, rear heated seats. So left and right for your heated seat there. Little lugs here for, in fact, Dan, could you open the door on the other side? Thanks. Let's just try and get some light in here because the camera, that's great, thank you. So now you can see putting your carrier bag on these hooks and they just flip up, which I know doesn't sound impressive, but there's nothing worse than getting to the, and your bread squashed by the baked bean cans and all the rest of it. So you can just hook your carrier bags on there and Bob's your uncle. Now, these straps are designed, you can hook these or clip them around the post for the headrest, and that then allows you to put a load into the back here, and the other side comes up as well. You've also got a bit of storage under here. On the other side is where the jack and the brace is kept. You've got center armrest as well, worth pointing out, with cup holders. Center headrest, but all immaculate. Okay, let's come round, show this side. Oh, I might need that door open, sorry. Again, the door card, immaculate. As is the seal. The back of the front seats, all the headlinings in black. We've got these really handy handles for getting in and out. And you've got these big handles up here, which are really solid. You've got them in the front as well. Now, Dan, does this back come down or not?
No.
No, that's fine. So I couldn't remember. I think it's on one of the other vehicles we have. So let's have a look in the front. So driver door card. Comes that rain again outside. Again, immaculate. And then we've got folding electric mirrors. So we can just press the button when the ignition's on. You can get a kit. It's not that expensive, a wiring kit, so that when you lock the car up, the mirrors will fold in automatically. I mean, depending where you live and whether it's, you know, essential to have something like that, but that's something you can have. And you can get central locking for the tailgate if you wish as well. Again, all of the pedals, the seal, electric driver's seat. And the driver's seat there. All immaculate, no marks on the leather. Same with this center armrest here, which opens up. You've got a plug in here, 100 watt. I can't quite read that. I think it's a 220 volt. And then down here we have the power heating is basically in cold weather. Press that, it'll bring the revs up and heat the car up quicker. The park symbol is for the front parking sensors. View is for the cameras. And the emission one here is to basically do a DPF clean, which happens automatically as a rule. That back door can be shut now, Dan, thank you. Now I'll just jump in. Let's move the seat back, give me a little bit more room. In fact, we'll start her up. Oh, foot on the clutch, remember, because it's the manual. That noise was the camera up here turning itself on. There we go. So, the door's not shut, is it? That's why. There we go. So mileage, 1,273 miles. Now we've got cruise control here. And if we press the outside, it is the adaptive cruise control. So by using this button just here, you can select how far behind the car you want it to track, and it will hold the vehicle there so you don't have to keep adjusting it. So let's just turn that off. And then the other button on the steering wheel is for lane departure. And you can see that we've got Your Assist active. So Your Assist, if I use the other buttons on the steering wheel, go to settings. Your Assist is where the car will use the cameras when looking at the vehicle to check that you're in the middle of the lane. If you do not indicate to change lane, the steering wheel will pull you on its own back into the middle of the lane. So quite a nice safety feature, but you can turn it off because it's not everyone's cup of tea. So if we press the button in the center here, Your Assist on, press the button in the center again, it turns it off. There's also sensitivity you can adjust. We've got sway warning as well for towing, etc. And then if we come out of there, this is the front end collision, and we can adjust how sensitive or how early that feature comes on. You can also turn it off and on. I'd leave that on, that's well worth having on. And then road speed assist, it tells you the speed of the road. Using the symbol above, it will pick up the tell you basically if it's a 30 or a 40 or a 50 mile an hour. And you can also notify yourself visually and audible. So basically if it changes from a 50 to a 40, it will basically ding and warn you that the speed limit's changed. And then the other one further down is the dynamic radar cruise control. Well, hey, I remembered what all those initials were. Dynamic radar cruise control, that's it, with the road speed awareness, and that's turned on. So there we have it. So that's come out of there. We use the buttons to go to the side, and then if you flick down through the buttons, there's your AdBlue, MPG, 31.1, pretty good. You can get a little bit more than that with the manual. That tells you where the wheels are pointing, which if you're off-road and you're in some tracks might be quite handy. Come down one more, digital speed, back to your AdBlue, and then if you go to the right, you can have your DAB channels, etc. Clock up on the top there. Obviously airbags at the front. This side of the steering wheel, sorry, it's just zoomed back a little bit there. This side of the steering wheel will do the volume, the radio, etc. And then if we come over here, if we go into audio source, we've got DAB. I'll turn it down because of the YouTube. We've also got sound settings. Now, what else was in here? I think it might be on a different window actually. I think there's, was it Wi-Fi in there? Oh, is it home page? Okay, you can set this page up slightly differently. If you go to menu, setup, system settings, preferred. So we've got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Use the USB lead down here. It's where the heated seats are as well. Now that IMT button, might as well show you this quickly. That's the IMT stop start above it, hill descent, diff lock. There's your four-wheel drive system. Worth popping it into four-wheel drive every, couple of months or something, just to sort of get it work, engaging, because it's got electronic solenoids, I believe, to help with. But turn it straight off. You don't want to be using it on the road if it's not a slippery surface. Now, if you press IMT, you can see it lights up on the top, and as I say, as you change gears, the revs will match for the next gear. So that's a really nice feature. So just going back up here, sorry to keep flipping from one place to the other. And then the other thing, you can change the color of the screen. I quite like the blue, so that's why it's on the blue. Auto change screen. Okay, let's come out of there. We've got Apple CarPlay, phone, etc. Right, now the view button that I mentioned, which is down here for the cameras. If I press it, because we're not in reverse, this is the front view. Now here and here is the front bumper. So basically you can actually just see the front bumper. It's like a wide angle camera. So you can see all out the front of the vehicle, and here you can see completely around the vehicle. Just see. Now if you press auto, what that does is when you slow down to a lower speed, this camera will come on automatically. I'll turn it off because I don't need it on in here. Now if we go into reverse, we've then got the reverse camera. You can change the view here. You can see that you can use this feature to line the tow bar up to its ball, etc. You can change the layout, or you can just have the rear view, and you can literally guide the car, the truck directly onto the tow hitch. And oh, there was one more. If you press the camera button, let's put it back into the center gear shift. I forgot. Right, so when you press it a second time, that is looking, as it suggests here, at the front wheels. So you can see how close you are to the curb. So press it a second time, you get that view as well. Voila! Up here we have an air vent, so the air conditioning. I've actually used this, and we put our rolls when we went to pick another vehicle up from Wales the other day, and we put our sandwiches in there, and the air conditioning was on, and it kept them nice and fresh so they weren't all soggy and hot when we got there. In here we've got all the books, locking wheel nut, and then that's a plug for the electrics, so you convert from 13 to 7. We've got a 6-speed gearbox, and then we've got eco and power down here. Now when you're driving it and you haven't put it into either setting, it's usually down in this little gap here, you will see an eco light come on in green. But if you press, that's when you're not putting your foot down too hard, but if you press the eco button that I've just shown you, it will hold the car into an economical mode. Basically it changes the dynamics of how the engine runs of the ECU, and a little bit flatter on your foot, but it keeps it more fuel economy. Quite hard to do these videos and talk and think and wonder what you're going to do next. Now the power one, you press that's almost like an override. You'll be going down the road and you press that and the vehicle just surges forward. So it does definitely have an impact on how the vehicle performs, but you very rarely need it, if I'm honest. But all lovely in here, as I say. Everything is in beautiful condition. Let's just turn it off. These are those handles for getting out, and then we've got an auto button here for auto, so that the lights from the vehicles, it dims automatically. That's what I was meant to say. So we'll jump out. So hopefully you get the gist of it. There's quite a lot to talk about on these vehicles, and I've got another one to do in a minute, and pictures, in fact another 2. So now, last but not least, is the warranty that you get on these vehicles. So at this age, they get a 3-year warranty that is extendable up to 10 years. So what that means is, in the first 3 years, you may have the vehicle serviced in line with the servicing requirements, but not necessarily at a Toyota dealership. Once you come to the end of the 3 years, if you then make sure you do the servicing with Toyota each year, they will extend the warranty up to a maximum of 10 years from new, or 100,000 miles. You can't get better than that. So these products, this is why they hold their money. They're so desirable. And yes, there's a new one coming out, and there's an auto, and yes, they're a bit more money. There's not a lot of difference, other than the fact that the autos now are going to have this mild hybrid technology. So you've got batteries and stuff, or it's like a generator, which I don't know how that will perform if it gets wet, but I think the 2.8 diesel is, you know, as it stands, is probably going to be the best of the bunch. So, you know, while they're still around and they're nice condition, nice low mileage, you know, there's one here to be snapped up. Well, in fact, there's a few here. So thanks for watching the video. And if you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to get in contact. I'd be more than happy to help you. All the best now. Bye.